well, how's she going today, tubes? So it's about 11:30 in the morning, and see the sun's out. You can see my shadow, and you guys will be seeing a mowing vid coming up pretty soon. It won't be for a while yet. I gotta get all my other vids out of the way. But anyways, we're going to get the Farm Boss back up and running again. This chainsaw here, and I gotta tighten the chain back up. I did loosen it, and top off my fuel and my bar and chain, oil, and I think I might have to maybe turn the oiler up just a bit. I don't know for sure. See, it just seems kind of dry, but yet it's got some moisture on there. But you know, I think there should be more than that on there. So we'll get the saw ready to go, and I'll show you what tree I have to cut down. Of course, it's going to be right here in my own backyard. I got a tree that's long overdue for cutting downish, you know, get rid of it kind of thing. So I know it probably needs more fuel. See, it looks like my bar kind of burned there. I don't know if it's actually burned, or if it's just, you know, caked on oil and dirt and stuff. I'll show you guys here in a minute, but that's kind of... I suppose if I took WD-40 to it, maybe it would get up a little better, but I don't know, I do have some WD-40. Maybe we'll spray on just a little tab here, just to see if it really does anything. I don't think it will, but just a tiny, tiny bit. Not really. Kind of comes off, but not really. I didn't put enough WD-40 on though, but whatever. But we'll check our fuel. Looks like there's still a little bit left. And yeah, I am just using Moto Mix, you know, this stuff. Which one is it? That's the full one. Just the you know, the STIHL Moto Mix stuff. Just because I don't really feel like having to mix this crap together. Not a big deal having to do that, but come on here. Plus, this way I know that my saw is getting, you know, that my saw is being broken in and stuff. They recommend this for a break-in period, which I think I'm beyond that now, I'm sure of it, but they say that you can still run it. You can run the saw. You can run your saw on this stuff forever if you want to, which I don't think I'm going to, but that's definitely more than enough fuel. I don't even need a full tank, but there's actually still a little bit left in this can, but it ain't going to be a full tank, obviously. So, more than enough fuel. They might have maybe overfilled it, I don't know, but it's alright. We'll burn it up pretty quick here, cutting this tree down. I got 3 trees to cut down, but I think I'm going to probably just work on the one today. Because I got to bucket up for firewood and stuff, you know, and take that to the farm. Get rid of the branches, and then keep the firewood, you know, or the logs as firewood. Not surprising, we did burn a lot of oil though. That's quite surprising. So it is oiling then. It's got to be oiling just fine if it's burning up that damn much. I don't know. I know one guy was saying to get a fresh piece of wood, which I probably do have one around here, and then run the saw like it's like full throttle, half throttle, whatever kind of deal, and then check it. See if damn it's whatever. I need to get like a little funnel kind of thingy for this. This is a pain in the ass. I'm spilling oil all over my saw. That's more than enough. I'll check up on it. What did I do with the cap? I'll check up on it. I don't think it's I mean, I had a fairly large tree at the farm to cut that one day, so that's probably why it took up a lot of that bar and chain oil. So I got oil all over the damn saw. That's what pisses me off. And I can easily get through funnels, or whatever the hell they're called for this. You just need like a tiny little guy. You don't need a huge thing, right? But we'll clean her up here, so we don't blow up. And it's really hard to get in there and clean that for some reason. Alrighty. I gotta clean that again. Could have put a little more in, but you know, I don't really need a super hell of a lot. Come on, baby, go in there. There. I know some people were saying about these caps that they don't care for them. Excuse me, they don't care for them too much. You know, I've never really seen a problem with them so far. I mean, they do work. You know. So this one, sometimes this one gives me a little trouble. Like I can't get it in there very well. But now, obviously, I got it in there pretty good. But a lot of times it'll fight me. But I think that's the main problem that people don't like about them. You know, is that they have to fight with them. They like the ones where you can just tighten them down with a, you know, like a screwdriver. Well, you know, this here is like a screwdriver too, but that's so, you know, you could tighten and loosen your chain, right? But, you know, it would still work as a screwdriver too, right? I wish that they would have put in a thing in here too where you could have had it screwdriverable too. See, this is just a lock, this black thing. But it would have been nice, like, if you could have screwed it in there, tighten it down with the screwdriver, and then the little black thing would just be like extra insurance lock, right? You know, just so it's on there a little tighter, you know. You know, it's like a safety lock thing. So, what's going on out there now? Knobs. I know that I know a while ago I called my power company about a couple things that were ticking me off, and they said I would have to be on a waiting list. I think that's what he's gonna. Oh, he's just marking it. I know that was that one post over there. I wanted it replaced because it had a crack in it, like yay thick, and I was like, holy crap! So maybe they're gonna find. They got me on a waiting list to have it replaced. It is on my property, so it is considered my pole, but really it's for the street. So, well, since it's on my property, I'm the one that has to kind of call and bitch about it. So, unless it finally falls over, then it's someone else's mess. But I finally called about it. And I also said something about they cut a pole off in my backyard. You guys wouldn't be able to see it now, but that big monster pole right there, well, there's another tiny guy behind it, and they cut it off because they obviously wanted to replace it with a bigger one, right? Well, they left the little guy in my yard like all summer long, and I'm like, really? You know, get a skid steer and pull it out. You know, you don't have to dig the bitch out. So I don't know. They said that they'd put me on a list because right now they're sorry if you can't see me too well, but they're saying that they're doing Governor Hill. Weird. I don't know what he's gonna do now. Hang on here, guys. We'll see what he does here, and freaking people. Okay, so he's taking off now. He actually measured. I think from the get by here, he measured how long it was, how many feet it was from that pole to this pole. Well, see, I think they got, yeah, their power line goes to my pole over there. So, I guess they kind of have to know how many feet it is. So, I don't know if they're going to replace that pole today or not. I kind of hope not, because I'm kind of busy videotaping now, so. Whatever. Anyways, we're good on bar and chain oil. So now we'll put some tension on the chain now and get that baby tightened up, and then we'll do a cold start. And then I got a mess on this workbench, nothing terrible. I guess I get rid of the WD-40. It doesn't really work. It's worth a shot anyway. So we'll flip this baby around and see if we can get it. Yes, I flipped my bar upside down because I had this chain sharpened not too long ago. Why is my brake not on? Ooh, it could have been bad. Oh, I suppose because I usually leave the parking or the brake off when I'm not using it. When it just sits, you know. See, right now I'm probably not going to put it on. I don't think you're supposed to put it on while you're tightening them. I don't know, but whatever. So we'll loosen these up a little bit. And then you got to pull up on the bar, I guess, and then there's some slop in that though, isn't there? Well, it's supposed to be, I guess. Tighten that up. Don't tighten it too much because you got to remember that when you tighten the bar back up, it's gonna take some of that slack too. Probably not. Try that. It was running fine that day though. I mean, I kind of did these same steps, but I kind of messed up on it and didn't really bother resetting it, you know. It ran fine, but it's not the best thing for the chain. It probably wears them out pretty quick. I think that's pretty good. I'm not you don't want it super tight either, remember that. Because this chain will stretch over time too when it gets nice and hot. It still seems a bit loose, but there has to be some slack because it'll get looser when it gets hotter. Seems like my screw thing is not working too well here. Maybe it's dirty. It's probably dirty. I wouldn't freaking doubt it, you know. Come on, baby. Work for daddy. Work for daddy. Yeah, I got a dirty son of a bitch again. Freak sakes. Come on. Work a little better for me. Let's take up some of the slack, I guess, with that. Okay, that's definitely probably too tight. I guess if you tighten it first, and then tighten it with the nuts, you might get it a little better. But you can't have them super tight or super loose either. You gotta have it kind of, you know, just right. Because it will stretch when it gets hotter, so, you know. See, now it's too tight. We'll just loosen this a little bit. Oh, you really can't loosen it either. Interesting. You're supposed to be able to tighten it and loosen it with that, you know, screw loosener dewey, but it's probably dirty, so that's why it's probably not working all the stinking best for me either. Probably needs to be cleaned. I wouldn't freaking doubt it, but I don't really have time to clean it, so it's not exactly that dirty. Something's definitely not sitting right here. It's fine on the top, but on the bottom it's like it's kind of tight. Not sure what's up with that. It's probably not even sitting in the bar. No, it is. I suppose if you do that, it's probably alright. Waste of time. Alright, 4 minutes into this, and I'm still messing with this damn chain. Oh well. Now it's too loose, but we should be able to tighten it just enough with this. Or not. I There, now it's working. Still, it's like my screwer thing is not working too well for some reason. Seems fine. It's going. See, it's. No, I think that's about right. I think that's what they want on them. I could loosen it just a slid. Now the hell with it. It'll stretch anyway when it gets hot, so it'll be alright. Just make sure nothing's loose. And I can get replacement chains for these anyway, so if I blow them up I can get another one. I was thinking about buying another one, but I don't know. Not the ones that some people were showing me, they're not exactly safety chains. Like this one's a safety chain. It's green labeled. Yeah, that's fine. Make sure my parking brake works, and we're good. Now, I'll clean myself up here a little bit. What did I do with that other towel? Here it is. And I think the air filter's fine, but we'll take a quick look here. Seems fine. I might replace that too eventually. I know I gotta do the one on the four-wheelers and one on the mower, and I'll obviously probably do that before winter, obviously. And this time I actually got hearing protection, so I think I'll wear my hearing protection too. I do have safety glasses, come with the saw, free. I got that for free too. I didn't have to pay for that, so that was nice. That's alright. Clean up the saw a little bit. You know it's gonna get dirty again, but a clean saw is a happy saw. I think it's just a dirty mess. Clean her up a little bit so that we should run happy, not be so damn bitchy about it. Okay, so I'm gonna get you guys up on the tripod, and then we'll get this thing started, and then we should be good. I'll let this thing run for a little while. And yes, I am putting that thing on the bottom of my camera so I can put you guys up on the tripod. I could edit this part out, but whatever. Alrighty. Get you guys over there. Whee! Okay. I like you guys up to my level here. Let's get up. Come on. Holy shit, that bird scared the living fucking crap out of me. That thing sounded creepy too. Like, all you could hear was like the vibration of the bird. Like, holy crap. I suppose that bird wanted to come in here. I wouldn't freaking doubt it. Stupid things. You guys should be, yeah, you guys should be good enough. Okay. Oh yeah, I guess I'll probably show you what tree I gotta cut down here too. I'll do that before I start this thing, I guess. Well, I got 3 trees to take down, but I'm just going to work on one for now. I'm going to take this one down right here. This guy. I'm just going to put a cut into him and cut on the back side here, front side. Cut it from the back. I'm going to put you guys like probably over there by that pine tree, so you guys can see the whole thing fall. Still got a little pile there to clean up. Oh, when I clean up the big tree, I'll be alright. I can throw that in the pile. Oh man. Yeah, and the Pontiac at the farm there finally died too. I think the fuel pump went bad on it. It died on them when they were in at my grandma had an eye doctor appointment, and the car quit on her. So, but it was at the repair shop this morning. It's back now, so it's all right, I guess. Apparently. Well, let's get this thing started. See if I can start it without killing myself. Well, it's so cold hard to start. I don't know why. bitch. Ah, come on. What the hell? Oh, it's not so bad to start. Usually it starts like a piece of cake. Of course, I am using my right shoulder, and that's the one that got dislocated, so it's probably not quite as strong now. But I guess we'll make it stronger. Come on. Alright, let me see if I can get this thing started. I don't want to waste you guys' time too much here. This thing's being a bitch for some reason. And there we go. She's so tight for some reason. It's like there's so much compression on the cylinder. And of course you can't release it, so I'm probably the one that's getting weak, I wouldn't doubt it. But then we'll let this thing warm up for a little while, and so it'll start easier when I do want it to. Okay guys, so it's going to be a little while before I actually get done with this, so, and plus it's actually kind of a good day to do it because it's not super hot out. But I don't like getting super sweaty because then everything sticks to me like a son of a bitch. Urgh. But anyways, God. Anyways, I'm going to cool down for a little bit and let my saw cool down too a little bit, and I'm going to take a little break. And I still got a lot more to chop up yet, but I got to actually get rid of some of this shit because it's gets to be kind of a hazard, you know. Now it actually lets more sun through. Great, yay. But man, it sure looks a hell of a lot different now. As soon as that tree went down, it was like a whole different world, you know. Well, you're so used to it being there, and the next second is laying on the ground. Like, really? So this tree probably won't look so bad now with it chopped. Like I told you guys earlier. Well, for you newer guys, you won't know what the hell I'm even talking about. But I had a guy come down here to give me a price check or a price range or whatever, how much it would cost to have this tree cut down by, you know, a pro. He said that we would need machines, or he would need machines, because the tree is so high up there. Like, it's higher than you really think. But he says that you'd have to rent machinery out. I suppose like those cherry picker kind of things, you know, things that go way up there, I guess, and cut them down that way. He said just for those trees, because I told him that these three here, the one that I just cut down, this little guy right here, and then this guy right here, I told him that I was going to cut those down myself and buck them up for firewood. And he said, well, just for that, you're still talking about $1,000. So it's quite a bit to have that tree cut down. He said that he's surprised it hasn't, you know, fallen down yet. But he says if you actually get rid of some of these tree branches and some of the weight, he says that maybe these high winds won't be quite so hard to it because it's got so much extra weight and stuff there now, so that that tree's so rotted to begin with, but there's just not much really a lot I can do about it, We'll see what it really looks like now. Once I clean it up and get rid of this extra shit, I'll probably just cut this tree up today, and then maybe if I feel like doing the other ones, I can. Or maybe I'll do them tomorrow. Or something. It's going to be a while for you guys to even see these videos anyway, but... because I got, tons of edit videos to upload. But, yeah, so it shouldn't be too bad on this tree now. But... it's just a lot of work. I think I do have enough fuel. I think I got more than enough to finish. Usually a full tank could usually last me about 2 or 3 trees of this size. So, but plus another thing too is when you run them wide open, it takes a lot of fuel. That's why I usually don't run them wide open. I mean, as you guys seen now, I had it wide open, but I don't think it's really necessary because it really burns up the fuel. I mean, if you're gonna cut through a really thick tree and you want to get done in a hell of a hurry, you could, I mean, you can run them wide open. It ain't gonna hurt them, but, it's just that I'm not that way, It seems to do fine on a little over half throttle, so doesn't really exactly need, wide open throttle to cut a tree. Chain's still sharp. I had it sharpened, about a month or so ago, or a few weeks ago or something, so it should be fine for the rest of this year. If it goes dull, well, then I guess I'll have to go back to the city and get resharpened again, but whatever. I think I'll probably take my sweet time on this. I gotta go get Big Red in the trailer and start loading up some of these branches, get them out of the way, and stuffs, It's kind of in the way. Plus, it makes the yard look like a disaster too. If you get rid of some of the crap, it won't look quite so bad. So, yeah, I'll either hook on Big Red, the 4-wheeler, or I'll just hook on the tractor, the mower there. And 4-wheeler's faster, but you can't go any faster than 7.5 miles an hour anyway, because that's what the trailer's rated for. So, the tractor goes about that anyway. So, you'd rather just pull it with the tractor. So, but yeah, I know it's not the, obviously it's not a clean cut. It was definitely not a clean cut, But I don't know what people fuss about over this, honestly. Now, if you were in the tree business, you would probably want this, maybe you get, rated on how good of a job you do. But see, in my case, it doesn't fucking matter. Like, I don't cut trees down for a living, so I don't have to impress anyone. So I just have to impress my own self, But see, the thing is, it ain't gonna matter. It doesn't matter how you cut them down, as long as you do them the right way, obviously the safe way, which is to put a notch in them, or a face cut, whatever you want to call it, so you can follow it in the direction you want it to go. In my case, I didn't really have to do that because it was already leaning, so I just put a cut on the one side, as you guys seen, before the tree actually started falling, It was just so that when I did cut the back side of it, the tree would actually start to lean a little more in, and then it would fall on its own, I guess you probably still could put a cut into it, like a face cut. It'd probably be the safest thing to do, because then you'll know for sure the tree will fall. That way it won't. Because see, the way I did it, it possibly could roll. But trees have usually never rolled on me. They usually don't, because they're, especially this one, because it's just leaning so bad, it doesn't really go anywhere anyway. See, now this tree is going to be kind of a challenge. This guy here, because he's actually crooked. He's actually kind of doing something like this, and then up. You see, he's not like this guy, which is straight up into the air, right? This guy's got a little bit of a cocky attitude to him. So it's gonna be kind of that one. I'm probably gonna have to get my uncle down here poke Big Red up to it, and then he can cut it with the saw, and then I can, as soon as it starts to fall, I can just pull it hard with the 4-wheeler. So maybe it won't roll into the, into my shop. So, because that'll be a damn bitch. But, whatever. That's down. So, cut her up and get rid of her. So, I'm not in a big hurry, like I said, to get these done. It's going to be a lot nicer to get rid of that tree. Because that tree was always, I was always so unsafe with that tree because, obviously the one that leans, the one I just cut down now. That one was scary to mow under because it was so angled that, never seen that car before, interesting. To the point that it was so severely angled that every time I went under to mow my lawn there, it's a risk of it all of a sudden snapping and falling down and crush my tractor. So, and plus, the tree was, I could tell that maybe the tree is starting to pull itself over because either that or it's the branches that are growing on it, but there's a branch that keeps coming down further and further all the time. I keep trimming it, but it just keeps coming, so I don't know if it's, maybe it just keeps growing. It doesn't seem like it's growing, though. Like, you don't really see new, well, I haven't seen any new branches on it. Maybe it's a little bit of both, maybe it's coming down and it's growing, but it's not going to grow anymore. It's done now. Well, a new one will probably start eventually, but yeah, they were already getting fucking leaves already. It's starting to change, so now's the time to get rid of it. There won't be quite so much weight on it now either with the leaves starting to fall, so it won't be too bad. But anyways, I'm glad to get rid of this fucking tree. It's annoying. Now this one's still a hazard, but I just decreased my chances of being crushed by a tree now by probably 50%, because this tree here, well, hell, the whole thing's dangerous. But you can see that my chain is still nicely sharpened. So yeah, this one won't be too bad. He'll fall right onto the road. I'll obviously have to chop it up right then as soon as possible, because it will block the road. So, but my bar started getting pinched here, so I don't know. I think the tree has to be rolled a little more yet. But I'm obviously keeping the firewood, which is this big loggy stuff. Keep all that. I think most. See, I almost tripped and killed myself. Now that's why you got to get rid of this shit. I guess I could get the 1500 down here and load up on that, but I think there's some more firewood in here I could keep yet. I'll go for a little ways yet. This stuff's too small though. I'm gonna just cut it up. I could make one more cut there, I think. So it looks like this tree's already starting to die. It's interesting. It's probably already starting to die. I mean, the whole thing's, all those over there are definitely starting to fucking die, but what can I do with them, Well, besides cut them down, but I kind of need those one right there, because my power line's going through there to, to send power to my shop, so I kind of need that tree there. I'd have to get a big ass long fence, wooden fence post kind of deal, just a, kind of like a pole light thingy there, pole tree, or whatever you want to call it, a post or whatever. So I'll load up this shit, get rid of that, clean this up. I forget how they say how to cut. I think they say to start here and then work your way back. I don't know. I just do whatever. You just got to be careful, But yeah, I'm gonna clean this crap up, get rid of it, get the tractor and the little trailer hooked on. It's a small trailer, but yeah, what the can I do, right? So, and load it up, get rid of the shit, and we should be done for today anyway. I'm gonna probably just kind of take my time. I'm not gonna push too hard on this, because I usually like to push hard and it takes out more energy for me. So I'm just gonna kind of take my time about it. It's not, I got a few months yet, so shouldn't be too bad. And I did check to see how much oil I'm getting on my bar. I don't think it's a lot. should be pouring off that bar, so I might have to turn it up. I kind of want my chain well greased or well oiled. It's probably I think dry. It's dry running, you know. I mean, it's getting some, but I don't think it's enough to lube it. Yeah, see, it should be kind of wet. I don't know, maybe I'll turn it up just a smidge. Because it will, it'll burn up my, bar too much then, or my chain. Well, yeah, and the bar too, it'll burn it all up pretty quick, but not now, not today. I'm going to probably drive on with it. So, there's not a whole heck of a lot of cutting left to do. So, yeah, I'm going to take the branches to the tree pile, and then the state will burn it. And then the logs, or the firewood, I'll take that to the farm and throw that up on the stack, because I got a stack of wood there. It's about a quart or so, or however how much it is, you know. So, because I don't need that. I'm not stacking this shit here, you know, because it's, for one, I don't have a wood stove, and two, there's just no room for it. You're not supposed to put firewood up against a wooden building, which just is a wooden building, because then you get those little bastards like to eat the wood. Well, they get into the firewood, and then they realize your building's made out of it. So then they move from the wood to your building, and then they freaking destroy your building. Like, you know, fuck that. So I'm not gonna, you know, stack the crap here. I'll stack it at the farm, get rid of it there. So, anyway, guys, I'm gonna take off for today. I'll keep you guys updated on this. I have to edit this video and stuff, of course, so it's gonna take a little while, but not too bad. So yeah, anyways, guys, I'm gonna take off. So I guess have a good day and stuff. So yeah, see you guys later. Take her easy.
Thank you.